So in this video I'm gonna show you how to make this fake fur edge on your crochet clothes. So this has been attached to the edge of the Cecilia top, and I'm gonna show you how to create this look. And you can make it in any length that you want, and you can make it brushed or non-brushed. So for the sleeves I started on the right side, and then I made one round on the right side, and then I turned it over, and then I made one round on the wrong side. And this way our second round is the one that we see here on the outside. These are the ones that we are starting to make, this edge. So we will have this edge right here, and those ones that are on the outside is what we're gonna do at the end. So we will have this edge right here, and those ones that are on the outside is what we're gonna do at the end. So I start with the slip knot, and then I go into the first stitch on my edge, and I go through the right side, and I make a slip stitch. So hook through the stitch, and then yarn over, and then pull through the stitch and pull through the loop on your hook. And then I just chain one into the same stitch, and now I'm gonna create a loop. And then I go behind both strands of yarn, and I bring both of those yarn pieces with me through the stitch. And here I can adjust the length, so I can just pull one end to make it longer, or I can just pull out here to make it shorter. And then yarn over and pull through. Now I've made my way all the way around the opening, and I'm going to connect my round. So into the first stitch here, the first single crochet in the round, I make a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through all the loops, and then we chain one and turn over. So now we're going to work into the stitches that we made on the round before. So my first stitch is my first single crochet here, where I go in with my hook and I create the loop and pull both loops through the stitch. I drop the loop and then yarn over and pull through all the loops into the stitch, around the loop and pull through the stitch, drop the loop, and then pull through all the loops. Slip stitch into the first stitch, and then chain one and break off the yarn. And I'm just going to go into all of these loops and cut them open. And while we do that, we'll also just make sure to pull it to make sure that it's tightened at the root here. So once you feel that you are ready and you can't see any more of the loops, we're gonna go ahead and do the brushing. So there are two steps. I have a comb. This is just a basic nail brush. Brush in this direction with the yarn strands, but then we can also brush like this. So take all of that and then just brush it. And just brush as hard as you can. The comb can sort of separate the fibers of the yarn. And the smaller the comb is, the easier it is to do that. When you've got the look that you want, you can go in and then trim it if you want it to be a little bit more even in length. But I actually really like how uneven the lengths are. So right now I'm working on the collar of the top, and I'm working in a little bit different way. I've started on the wrong side of the top this time, and then just made the loops exactly like I did the other times. And now when I've made my last loop, I chain one and turn over. And now I just want a little bit of a different look on this one. On my next row, I'm going to make sure that these loops will remain on the right side. So this is the right side. So what we do is when we go into the first stitch to make our first loop, we pull it through. And now before pulling the yarn in through, we're just gonna take the loop and then place it down here and hold it, and then make our stitch, and then hold it here when we go into the next stitch. And we do the same thing, so we put it down in front of us and then bring the yarn through.